Lesson 3.3 Solve multi-step equations. Steps for solving multi-step equations. First, we locate the variable. We simplify by combining like terms or distributing. Second step, eliminate any addition or subtraction, and finally eliminate any multiplication or division. So, first step, locate the variable. In this case, we have x as a variable and it is located at two different places. So we must simplify by combining like terms. So 9x minus 3x is 6x, so we have 6x plus 5 equals 29. Now it's a two-step equation and we must eliminate addition or subtraction. Since we are adding 5, we subtract 5 to both sides. Left side, the 5's cancel each other out, we're left with 6x. On the right side, 29 minus 5 equals 24. Now we divide both sides by 6. We're left with x equals 4. Now we must check our solution. We're going to take 4 and substitute it into the original equation for x. So we have 9 times 4 minus 3 times 4 plus 5 equals 29. 9 times 4 is 36. 3 times 4 is 12 plus 5 equals 29. 36 minus 12 is 24. So we have 24 plus 5 equals 29. 24 plus 5 equals 29. 29 equals 29. So 4 is a solution. The next equation. First must locate the variable. In this case, x is our variable, and the x is located in two different positions. Now, before we can combine any like terms, let's take care of the parentheses and distribute the 5. So we have 3x plus 5 times x is 5x, and a positive times a negative is a negative. 5 times 3 is 15 equals 17. Now we can combine the like terms. 3x plus 5x equals 8x. So we have 8x minus 15 equals 17. Now we add 15 to both sides. So on the left side we're left with 8x, and on the right side we have 17 plus 15, which equals 32. Now we must divide both sides by 8. X equals 4. Now we must check our solution. So we're going to take x and substitute it back into the original equation. So we have 3 times 4 plus 5 times the quantity, 4 minus 3, equals 17. So first we take care of the parentheses. 4 minus 3 is 1, so we have 3 times 4 plus 5 times 1 equals 17. 3 times 4 is 12, plus 5 times 1 is 5, equals 17. 12 plus 5 equals 17. 17 equals 17. So our solution checks out. In our next equation, the first thing we have to do is locate our variable. So in this case, our variable is z. Now, we must simplify by combining like terms or distributing. But in this case, when you're multiplying by a fraction, the easiest way to get rid of that fraction is to multiply both sides by its reciprocal. So if we multiply both sides by 4/3, on the left side, 4/3 times 3/4 cancel each other out, and we're left with z minus 6 equals, On the right side, we have 12 times the quantity 4/3. And when you multiply fractions, you write 12 over 1. So up top we have 12 times 4 is 48. On the bottom we have 1 times 3 is 3. So z minus 6 equals 48 divided by 3 is 16. Now we add 6 to both sides. The left side we're left with z. And on the right side, 16 plus 6 equals 22. So z equals 22. Now we must check our solution. So we're going to take z, which equals 22, and substitute that back into the original equation. So we have 3/4 times the quantity, 22 minus 6 equals 12. And now we use our order of operations to evaluate the left side. So 22 minus 6 equals 16. So we have 3/4 times 16 equals 12. Turn 16 into a fraction by writing it over 1. So we have 3 times 16, which is 48. 4 times 1 is 4. 48 divided by 4 is 12, and 12 equals 12, so it checks out. In our next equation, first thing to do is locate our variable r. We have r located in two different locations. Now we must simplify by combining like terms or distributing. Now in this case, because we have a fraction in the front, we cannot multiply both sides by its reciprocal because we are subtracting r after the parentheses. So we must distribute the 2/5. So we have 2/5 times 3, which equals 6/5 r, and 2/5 times 5, which equals 2. So we have 6/5 r plus 2 minus r equals 10. Now we must combine the like terms. We have 6/5 r minus 1r, which equals 1/5 r. So we're left with 1/5 r plus 2 equals 10. Now we must subtract 2 to both sides. On the left side, we're left with 1/5 r equals, on the right side, we have 10 minus 2 equals 8. So now to eliminate that 1/5, we multiply both sides by its reciprocal, 5 over 1. On the left side, they cancel each other out. We're left with r. On the right side, 8 times 5 over 1 is 40. So r equals 40. Now we must check our solution by substituting 40 back into the original equation for r. So we have 2/5 times the quantity, 3 times 40, plus 5 minus 40 equals 10. Now we must go through our order of operations to evaluate the left side. So we have 2/5 times the quantity, 3 times 40 is 120, plus 5 minus 40 equals 10. 120 plus 5 is 125. So 2/5 times 125 is 50. 50 minus 40 is 10. 10 equals 10. So 40 is a solution